When Mom started having trouble with her kidneys, function was starting to decline, and as the process went on, we knew that there was going to come a point at which she would need some help, and but it was a very slow and gradual process.
It started getting a little worse to a point where she didn't know who I was, and she would, every time we have a little argument, I tried to get her to understand that everything was all right.
The one thing about caregiving that as we look back in retrospect was we didn't notice the effect that it took on my mother.
Caregiving. Are you a caregiver?
I somehow just slipped into the role. It wasn't a conscious thing. It wasn't something that I thought, oh, I'm going to do this. It was just something that very gradually occurred over the course of probably about a year or so.
And she wouldn't let me touch her because she didn't know who I was.
Caregiving takes a lot out of you. And caregiving is rewarding, but yet it's trying. And caregiving is a privilege, but yet it's a burden, too, at the same time.
Are you caring for an aging parent? Do you have questions and unrelenting concerns about taking care of a loved one?
So I think after, when we got into the second year, was the point where I realized she needed a lot of help, and this was more than I could do.
I pulled in the driveway and they had her sitting outside, and she just put her hands up and welcomed me and called my name.
But we still missed the one vital thing, is to know where to find help and know how to get help to preserve our health and our well-being. And that's what we would like to do in my life at Valley View. Tell people that we know how to be caregivers, and that we know how it's done. We know what direction to point you in with all kinds of things, medically, socially, spiritually.
At Valley View, we're caregivers. It's what we do. It's why we're here. We are skilled. We have the experience. But what we're most proud of is the trust family members have in us. Our goal is to enhance the lives of our residents and the members of the greater community by becoming the foremost provider of residential living and long-term care services. We will provide services in the spirit of Christ with respect, honor, kindness, and compassion.
Come join us as we share Saturday, October 19th, 2013 with Dr. Linda Rhodes, D.E.D. A nationally renowned speaker and author, Dr. Rhodes is director of the Herzl Institute and a former secretary of the Pennsylvania Department of Aging. She will present practical applications as we approach this intimate subject and explore how we can provide care to our elders. Dr. Rhodes provides answers for busy caregivers who want fast, expert, and compassionate answers to help their loved ones age well.